The afternoon sun glinted off chrome and carbon fiber as the motorcycle crew thundered down the winding back roads toward Black Fox Bridge. Their formation cut through the air like a well-choreographed dance, each rider instinctively knowing their position. Deer Queen led the pack on her Ninja forward, the red paint catching fire in the sunlight as she leaned into each curve with practiced grace. Through their helmet communicators, Toolmaster's methodical voice crackled. "Got a visual on Marley at your 3 o'clock, coming in hot. $10 says he tries to slide in with some fancy move and dumps it," JT wagered, his Harley's speakers still pumping bass despite the concerning flicker of his dashboard lights. As if on cue, Marley gunned his freshly detailed bike, timing his approach to merge seamlessly into the formation. What should have been a smooth insertion turned into an impromptu dance as his rear tire caught a patch of loose gravel. The entire crew watched through their mirrors as Marley performed what could only be described as interpretive motorcycle ballet, somehow managing to stay upright while zigzagging across both lanes. "That's some premium entertainment right there," Purple People Eater chuckled, her purple Z650 purring beneath her, though I'd rate the dismount a solid 6.5. The group wound their way through the dense forest, the road ahead becoming increasingly narrow and twisted. Freedom's white R1 gleamed like a ghost between the trees, while Eric's GSXR darted through the shadows with predatory grace. The familiar sight of Black Fox Bridge emerged from the wilderness, its weathered boards spanning the rushing water below. And there, as if he'd materialized from the mist itself, stood Wildman Willie. His beard contained what appeared to be several days' worth of meals, and possibly a small family of birds. He raised his carved walking stick in greeting, a knowing grin spreading beneath his untamed facial forest. "Well, if it ain't my favorite band of two-wheeled troublemakers," Willie called out as the bikes settled into their parking formation. "Still running from the law or just the responsibilities of adulthood?" "Willie, you old forest gnome," Deer Queen laughed, removing her helmet. "Still guarding your bridge from billy goats?" The reunion was interrupted by the sputtering death rattle of JT's Harley as its battery finally surrendered to the constant assault of his sound system. Guys? Little help here?" Toolmaster sighed, already reaching for his tools. "This is why we can't have nice things, JT. You treat that battery like it owes you money." What followed was a comedy of errors that would have made the Three Stooges proud. Marley and Eric positioned themselves to push JT's bike, but their timing was off. Marley's foot slipped, sending him sprawling dramatically across the pavement like a fainting Southern belle. Freedom, trying to help, managed to accidentally bump the bike's throttle, causing it to lurch forward and nearly sending Eric into a graceless split. Wildman Willie leaned on his staff, watching the chaos unfold with undisguised glee. "Y'all remind me of watching squirrels try to open a child-proof bottle. Entertaining as hell, but maybe not the most efficient approach." Finally, after what seemed like an eternity of pushed starts, creative cursing, and near misses with gravity, JT's Harley roared back to life. The group celebrated by breaking out their mystical smoke, the sweet aroma mixing with the earthy scent of the surrounding forest. Purple People Eater pulled out her phone for the obligatory photo session. "Okay, everyone look like you know what you're doing. Willie, you too. You're practically our mascot at this point." "Mascot?" Willie huffed, but posed anyway, his walking stick held like a scepter. "I prefer spiritual advisor to the mechanically challenged." As the sun began its descent, casting long shadows through the trees, the crew gathered at the bridge's railing. The water below churned and danced, much like their earlier attempts at motorcycle maintenance. Deer Queen looked around at her mismatched family of riders, from Toolmaster's calculating smirk to JT's relieved grin, from Purple People Eater's infectious laugh to Freedom's gentle giant presence. "You know," she mused, "some people might call us a mess." "Some people would be right," Toolmaster interjected, earning a chorus of chuckles. "But we're our mess," she continued, raising an imaginary toast. "To the Knox Night Riders, may we never get our act together enough to be boring." Wild Man, Willie raised his walking stick in solidarity. to the only group I know that can turn a dead battery into an afternoon's entertainment. Y'all come back now, you hear? This old bridge could use some more stories to tell.